I'm here to dispel the myth that CapCut is purely for making crazy videos like this. Now don't get me wrong, CapCut Mobile is fantastic for videos like that. But you might not realize the desktop version is actually a very serious piece of kit for serious filmmakers. And in this video, I want to show you why I recommend it to all of my film students. Now first off, to get the obvious out the way, yes, this video is sponsored by CapCut, but it happened in a coincidental way. They contacted me and said, do you want to make a video? And as it happens, I've been planning to for a while, just talking about some of the features that mean it really is my recommended piece of software for students. First and foremost, it's free, but it actually has all the functionality of the kind of software you'd be using in the industry, only it's way easier to use. What I want to show you today though, and what you might not be as familiar with, is the desktop application, which immediately, if we just load it up, looks a little bit more like what you'd expect to see in something like Final Cut Pro or Adobe Premiere. Now, anyone who's used those pieces of software before will feel very at home. We've got our timeline, we've got our preview player. To demonstrate it, I've basically put together a little clip. It's stupid. A little clip that some teachers and I were for a quiz. We recreated a scene from Harry Potter. Basically, here's what it looks like.
Harry, wake up! Come on, Harry, wake up! Happy Christmas, Harry!
Happy Christmas, Ron. What are you wearing?
I made it. Looks like you got one too.
I've got presents.
Yeah.
I know it's stupid, but what it demonstrates is this is far more than a basic editor. We've got a multi-layer timeline allowing for L cuts and J cuts. Really, the kind of things that for the majority of your editing you need to get your head around, especially when you're a new filmmaker, you can do it at a glance very, very easily in this software. But obviously it goes far beyond that. Now, if I just scrub through, you'll notice I actually I did all of this freehand, and there's a little bit of camera shake on there. So one of the tools that I love in CapCut, which is so easy to use, is Image Stabilizer, and it's so easy to apply. All we've got to do is select our clip, we go over to Stabilize, and it'll basically take care of the rest for us. I'm going to go ahead and do that to the rest of the clips, and we'll see how much smoother it looks. Okay, let's see.
Harry, wake up! Come on,
Very smooth.
Harry, wake up!
God, that's very smooth.
Happy Christmas, Harry!
Happy Christmas, Ron.
So on those occasions where you find yourself without a tripod, or you've got no choice to just be filming on your phone, it really makes you realize it's not the end of the world. With the image stabilization tools you have in CapCut, it's very, very easy to correct. Just look at some of the other tools that we've got here. Again, these are things that I would expect to see in quite complicated pieces of software such as Adobe After Effects, but they're made so much more accessible here. We've got image enhancement, noise reduction if you've had to film in low light levels, remove video flickers. What I really want to show you though is how to do chromakeying and how easy that is. So later on in this clip, obviously Harry gets the cloak of invisibility and he tries it on. Let's see if we can use CapCut to do some chromakeying. So here's my clip. Go.
I'm invisible.
More cutscene. Now obviously what we would traditionally do in a shot like this is we would have one layer underneath, and then we would just remove the green cloak showing what was beneath. So let's see if we can do that. So on this last frame where I asked him to walk out of scene, I'm just going to press freeze. There we go. I'll move this up to the layer above and I'm going to extend that freeze frame beneath it. And now I've basically just got to get rid of the green. So again, this is so easy. I'm going to click on this clip. We're going to go to Cutout. I'm going to select Chroma Key, and using the eyedropper, we're going to try and find kind of like a mid-tone green, somewhere that's not terribly in the shadows and not too much of the highlights. And just click around about there. And let's just see how far we need to bring up the strength. That was easy. And then bring in some of the shadow. Right, let's see how this looks. Go.
I'm invisible.
More cutscene. That was really easy. Now, this is what I really like about CapCut though. Let's say we hadn't thought ahead and he wasn't wearing an easy to chroma key top. So let's say that it wasn't green. What we can actually do is artificially select the area that we want to keep. So all I'm going to do this time is, instead of going to chroma key, I'm going to go down to customize mask, and I'm literally just going to paint what part of it I want to keep. So just very roughly, I'm going to paint some of the face. It's getting the idea for all of those skin tones, some of the facial hair. We're going to go all the way around there. You can see I'm not being too precise, but it's getting the idea as to what it is I want to keep. It started analyzing, so you can see we're processing, and frame by frame now it's going to try and detect where his face was, and let's see what this looks like. Okay, press apply. Let's watch. Go.
I'm invisible.
Walk out scene. I think it actually looks better. So a really quite complicated effect there. Something that you might have to watch a tutorial on if you were going to do this in something like Adobe After Effects. This was so easy. Okay, so some other features which I think are just incredible in CapCut, and again, as a free piece of software, you're getting such a sophisticated piece of tech here. Let's take a look at some of the facial recognition software which allows you to fine-tune the features of the face. So let's use this clip.
I know what that is. That's an invisibility cloak.
So what we can actually do is start enhancing specific areas of the face. So if I just click on this one, you can see it's automatically detected where my actor's face is. We can change the whiteness of the teeth. We can remove smile lines. We can get rid of dark circles. There's so many things that we can do here which are really fine-tuning. And for those of you doing coursework where you have to think about mise en scène, you can think about stuff like hair and makeup. Here's a great way that we can add it in the edit if it's something that you've overlooked. In fact, let's just try that. If we add makeup, let's see how this looks. Oh my word.
I know what that is. That's an invisibility cloak.
That looks so good. Okay, one last feature I wanted to show you which really does demonstrate how CapCut goes far above and beyond some of the entry-level pieces of editing software like iMovie is its ability to apply filters. Now, color grading is a very fine art, but actually there's enough flexibility in CapCut that means you can really get a cinematic look. So all you have to do is select a clip that you want to apply it to. If I go over to filters, there is a huge library of styles, basically predefined color grades that you can apply. And this is always being updated. I love the fact, I think I noticed earlier, they've added the Oppenheimer look. So let's take a look what that looks like.
I know what that is. That's
very cool. They've clearly desaturated. Looks like we've boosted the blacks a little bit there. Once you found a look that you like, it's so easy to just apply it to each clip, and you're basically done. Obviously we can go in there, we can keyframe, we can choose just how much of the effect is being applied. So there's still the flexibility there, but actually if you want a cinematic look, it's as simple as drag and drop in CapCut. So there you have it, guys. I highly recommend CapCut. If this piece of software was available back when I was new to filmmaking, I know it's got everything and more that I would need to really cut my teeth on filmmaking. It's not just for YouTube Shorts and TikTok. It's actually a really great option if you're looking to getting into filmmaking. So, as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you're interested, if you've not checked out this before, please do check out the links down in the description where you can find out more about CapCut and download it. And if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below and I'll try and get back to you as quick as I can. See you next time, guys.